Good morning, Seller Sessions, and good morning, Cassandra Craven.
Good morning, Isabella. Mwah, how are you?
I'm doing amazing now that I get to see you, of course. Of course. And you are already in?
I am in Las Vegas, baby.
Oh my God. I am still in San Diego, but as soon as this is done, I will fly to see you, my love. How is Vegas? Is it
Oh my God.
buzzing with a prosper energy?
Yes, you can feel it. All of the Amazon sellers are descending upon Las Vegas, and I think we're the energy that Las Vegas needs. Definitely.
Oh, you are there. So 90% of the energy already has arrived. The rest of us, will slowly trickle in. But I think Las Vegas always needs some Cassandra. How's everything, Cassandra? I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever.
I know. I feel like it's been a really long time, but we have so many amazing projects. I know you and I have stuff in the works. So we have a lot of great stuff coming up, and I think everyone will be very clued into that by the time they leave Prosper Week in Las Vegas.
I think so. I love that. I am so excited. I remember when we were talking about Prosper. When was it? I swear, I feel like time has kind of just like gone who knows where. So was it a year and a half ago or 2 years that we were talking about going to Prosper? All the activities. Helium 10 was gonna throw this magnificent party. And now here we are, all that time later, and Helium 10 is coming through, right? With that big party.
Oh, definitely. So going back to what you were just saying, we were prepped and ready. 2020, we were planning everything. If you remember at the Empowery conference the year before, and then it was okay. We're ready. We're loaded. We're ready to throw this big event, top ourselves from the event we did the previous year, and then COVID hit. So that was just craziness. But I think now we had more opportunities to make more connections, build relationships, network. And now I can honestly say that I believe this event will top any expectations we had previously. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the networking event that you must attend to kick off Prosper Week in Las Vegas. Everyone's going to be there.
Absolutely. And that's exactly how I feel because, obviously Helium 10 is always known for not only having the best software, but also being able to attract the most quality people all together. So it's only natural that now, after all this time, everybody's coming together perfectly. And I think it's going to be one of the best events that Helium 10 has ever put together. Not only that you guys had the time to figure it all out until now for all this time, but I think everybody's just like super excited also to be together. So for you guys to have that first avenue of like, okay, we are here, let's kick this thing off, right? So tell me a little bit about maybe what went into the preparation for this event or what's going on.
It's so funny because all of it always goes back to 2020 COVID times. We had hired this incredible event planner right before COVID quarantine life. And she had this entire time to really get acclimated. She did a lot of internal events with us at Helium 10, but now she got to know the community. She got to know what people want to do, how they want to network in Las Vegas. So she actually picked this incredible venue, Rock Out on the Record. And so there's so many, I'm all about the Insta-worthy photo ops, Isabella. So there'll be plenty of that there. I think the energy fits us. We're announcing so many wonderful things to come that will affect our members, our sellers, our community as a whole, really leveling up Helium 10 in general. So she's extraordinary. I think this is going to be one for the record books. Rock Out on the Record at Park MGM. Don't go to the MGM, different place. So we're getting some questions about that. But what I also think, Isabella, is, and you and I have crossed paths at previous events and things like that before we even really knew each other. And you remember, Manny Coates, and you were good friends with him, networked with him. And now that he's kind of, stepped aside and now we're growing as a company, as a brand, there's so many new faces at Helium 10 for everyone to meet. We're not only leveling up for our members, we're leveling up for ourselves. And there's so many great people that you want to network with, talk with, make connections with, and really kind of get that face-to-face interaction that we've been lacking in quarantine life.
Oh, I love that on so many levels. Did you guys have to like maybe add extra number of seats per se for this event? Because I know last time we spoke, it was a very large number. How are you dealing with that? Is the venue able to like hold so many amazing people?
Barely, barely. I think we're almost at capacity to what the Las Vegas regulations will allow. Yes, I can honestly say we've doubled from the previous event we went to back in June 2019. So there's just so many more people. Isabella, back in the day, 2018, 2019, we used to send 10, 15 members maybe from Helium 10 out here. We're almost at 50 members coming out to
Wow.
the conference, come to the event, network, mingle. And these are people from across the board. This is from the top to the bottom to everyone in between. And they're really excited to also meet the community of sellers. I think I'm really fortunate in that I get to talk with wonderful people like you each and every day. And, there's kind of that gap sometimes between the product team, the affiliate marketing team, they're also like in a good situation like I am, but marketing teams, things like that, they get to now put those faces, meet those people in person. Who are the people they do live streams with? Who are the people that promote them? Get to know them on a personal level. And I think that's really exciting as well.
Wow, 50 people. I had no idea this many members are coming to the party. So you guys can only imagine if 50 team members from Helium 10. Imagine how many hundreds of of us will be there. No,
So
this is
exciting.
definitely so exciting. And you guys chose, I think, the perfect time because people are just getting in. It's the first day, and for everybody to just be together. I think that is the most amazing thing. And are there any tickets left, by the way, if somebody's like a last minute person like this one?
Well, definitely you're on the list, so you don't have to worry.
Thank you.
But if you do need to get a last minute ticket, you can go to our Facebook, Instagram. The link is there. You can still purchase tickets. If you have any questions, you can always message us or go to support@helium10.com, and they can answer any questions you may have. But please let us know. We definitely want to get you on the list so we can network with you, mix and mingle under the bright lights of Las Vegas.
Wow. Is there a cutout time for before the party? Can people just come in and because I would assume they would have to sign up way before they come to the event, at least a few hours, I would assume.
Definitely. It would definitely help you to sign up sooner rather than later. If on the off chance, maybe someone joins your party or, a last minute addition, we could probably accommodate at the door, but don't bank on that. Definitely get the link from our social channels, fill out, register, get on the list. So then it's just much easier. And then you can just get in the party and start mixing and mingling and networking and talking with everyone. You don't have to wait in line and go through all that. So do yourself a favor and register now.
That's yeah, take Cassandra's word, guys, because it's from what I understand, and I can't give a number because I don't even know the exact number, but it's going to be a large group of very high level entrepreneurs, some as we said, meeting for the first time, us meeting some of your team members that maybe we have not been able to just yet. So that's so super exciting. Have you seen the venue yet?
Oh my gosh, I got to do a walkthrough about a month ago. I was super excited to see it. Our operations team, who also works with our event planner, they've been checking out the space. They've got to do a couple walkthroughs. The pictures I saw before that don't even do it justice. It's so cool in person. You got to see it. It's awesome. Like, and I feel like I'm a Vegas girl. I know you're a Vegas girl, Isabella. We've been around. I think this is one of the coolest venues I've ever seen. And I'm not just saying that because it's really 10. I actually think it's very cool.
Okay, I'm only asking because I have not seen it. I haven't I haven't been in that area in a long time, and I was just curious because I know Helium 10 does things with the purpose. They don't just pick a venue and it's like, okay, let's do this one. So that's why I'm super excited. That's why I also asked you about like the capacity because I know everybody is going there. Everybody wants to go there. Again, Helium 10 has such a big presence in our space, and you guys have done so many good things for so many people, including myself. And thank you for all the support Helium 10 has provided. But it's just I don't know. It's like I cannot believe, and I don't want to jinx it because I'm about to get on a flight like in like literally 2 hours. But
No, you're
I feel
good.
like, this period of time that we just spent in the pandemic, it has been soul crushing in a way that, I'm always very positive, and I always think of like what's the best outcome. But even with that in mind, and even with how I am, I felt a little bit concerned at times, especially as it got to be closer to now, where it almost seemed like there was no way out.
Yeah.
There's the pandemic is really never stopping. And even for somebody positive like me, I'm like, oh my god, like, are we ever going to see people again? So this weekend, I had a mastermind here in San Diego, and it was downtown, and the Padres game were on, and you could hear 30,000 people in the arena just like screaming, and it was literally vibrating in my heart. I was walking and I was like, oh my god, I really, I don't want to say it, but I felt like my heart was almost gave up hope. I was like, okay, I don't know when are we going to return to normal. So seeing all those people just like having a good time, just living their life. That's what I said. Okay, I think now we're good. I think now we can resume to normal life. Speaking of pandemic, did you have to wear a mask on the plane? I'm
So
curious.
I drove in, but I
Oh,
do
you
think
did.
they're
Okay.
still requiring masks. But if you have a Helium-10 mask, please wear it. Destiny from Better AMS is always supporting our Helium-10 masks. So definitely rock those if needed. But I don't think Vegas is requiring it. My hotel doesn't require it.
Okay.
Pretty much can go to restaurants, things like that, which I think is, again, of course, to each his own, whatever you choose to do for your own
Of course.
safety, things like that. But I know it feels good to be back in the mix, just like you said. And, it is, you again, I think, Isabella, we're so lucky in that we are very conversational people. We enjoy relationships and networking, and we kind of didn't stop, as much as, maybe some other people did, because we were always on camera and things like that. But to come back, and I'm meeting team members that I've never met in person before, which is surreal. And again, Isabella, you remember, I mean, when I started at Helium-10, we were 10 people in an office together. And so for now there to be this huge event bringing everyone together, it's really inspiring. And it's crazy. It's mind-boggling to think about how we were a year ago. And now that, look at us now. It's amazing.
I know. It's a very, very impressive. I'm very impressed with the work that you're doing, and all the team at Helium-10. You're whoever does the hiring has a knack for choosing the perfect people that fit into your culture. And I think that's a big part of your success, I think, at Helium-10. But I love that you mentioned for everyone to bring their Helium-10. So if you Helium-10 mask, because if you do and you're on the plane and you may not know somebody, but you see them wearing a Helium-10 mask, then you know what's up.
You can recognize them right away. You'll definitely know Destiny. Oh no, I think she's driving in too. But she's been rocking it from Arkansas to San Diego to LA. So she's definitely been repping the Helium-10 mask for sure.
I love that. That's so cute. Yeah, I think the Prosper and Helium-10 and all the Amazon sellers are taking over Vegas this full complete week. So what is your schedule like this week, Cassandra?
Oh my gosh. I'm sure it's just as chaotic as yours, Isabella. So today and then tomorrow, I'm in full prep for our event on Tuesday, which I'm really excited about. So we're, dressing up and getting ready, getting prepped, photos, videos, all of that will be there. I've heard we have a photo booth, so I'm very excited for that, which are sponsored by some incredible people. PickFu, Isabella Ritz will be sponsoring that as well. So there's all that prep going on. And then Wednesday, we'll actually be at the Prosper Show. We'll have a fun engagement interaction going on, which I think you've kind of gotten a taste of it. We're bringing the tequila room. We're bringing Helium-10 HQ to Prosper. Let me put it that way. Okay.
That sounds trouble.
Bradley's got some exciting stuff going on with Serious Sellers. I know Tim's got stuff going on with AMPM. Our booth will be popping, okay? So definitely stop by, check it out. We're there Wednesday, Thursday. We've got some team building events as well. And then I know there's a slew of crazy networking parties that I can't wait to go to. I know Tim Jordan's got Casino in the Clouds. I know Melissa's doing Soiree in the Sky. Then it's Empowery Conference. There's so much going on. So definitely, I don't think that we're going to get a minute of sleep, but I'm here for it, Isabella. I'm ready.
We have been prepping for this moment
Yes.
for a year and a half now. So if we're not ready to be awake, then I don't know what to say. We should all be ready.
We're
I don't
kicking it off right now. We're doing it. We're starting it right now. This is us, you and me.
We are. We definitely are. That's why I said, like, after this, like, everything is packed and I'm ready to come. And I hope to get to see you before the event, but I know you're going to be so extremely busy. But yeah, that you made a good point about the hotel, guys, because it's not MGM, it's Park MGM, the venue for the event. Because I'm only mentioning that because I may have made that mistake before in the past.
I actually thought I made that mistake at one point. I thought I was staying at the MGM, and then I found out it was Park MGM because of the event. So I think if I can make that mistake, I'm sure anyone could. So definitely Park MGM on the record, Las Vegas. Check it out. We'll be there. I'm telling you. And Park MGM has been all redone. It's all brand new. Very cool. And from what I've seen, I think everyone's going to really like it. And definitely think there's some worthy moments.
I love Park MGM. There are some really good restaurants. There is a restaurant there that I hopefully I remember the name. It was something called like my brother or my cousin or something. I don't know. That's me trying to recollect from memory. But it's a fusion. It's kind of like it's almost like a speakeasy restaurant if you were to say that. So you walk in and it looks like a front store, like an old time front store. And then you go and in the back they open this like massive door and you go in and it's the restaurant. And it's a fusion between Asian and Mexican, but it's literally the best food ever. But anyway, if anybody's listening to this and you see me in Vegas, come and be like, what was that restaurant called? Because I will have an answer by then, because probably I would have gone there. But yeah, Park MGM has a lot of good restaurants. What I remember.
Exactly. You can do a dinner with some people before, grab something after. I know there's more events, excuse me, going on throughout the night. So definitely check it out. Park MGM's got a ton of stuff going on.
Yeah. So you are literally the most amazing human at everything, but also at networking. So do you have any tips for somebody coming in? Because I can see how this can be a little overwhelming because, maybe a new seller or, they're seeing, oh, I see Cassandra all the time. I want to talk to her. Or I see, whoever they want to talk to business related. Do you have any tips for those who are trying to like navigate this whole week? Like, what would you recommend? Like, how do you even break up your time? Like, what would you do? What would Cassandra do?
Okay, well, my biggest regret is when we did another event back in June 2019. That's where I first saw you in person. That's where we saw, Athena. There were so many people there. Karen, who works with us now, I never even met her at that time. I personally regret not just going for it. I felt like at the time that everyone wanted to talk to who they knew and I didn't want to interrupt, and I was almost too timid, and I thought, oh, no one wants to talk to me. And now all of these people I love, and I speak to on a daily basis, and I'm like, why didn't we talk sooner? And then when even I was pulling photos for like flashbacks and things like that from the other event, I was like, all these people were here and I never spoke to them at that event, which is crazy. Like Christina was there. Everybody was there. And I never, even Tim Jordan, I didn't even talk to him.
Wow.
So crazy. So I definitely say, don't get intimidated. Just go for it. I don't think you're bothering anyone. I mean, of course, be respectful, but people want to mix and mingle. We want to know especially if you're a new seller, we want to get that perspective. We want to hear the good, the bad, everything in between. Talk with us. We all have our expertise and our knowledge to share. And that's why we're here. Yes, we love to reunite and of course, get together, but we want to meet new people. There's new sellers coming in all the time. This is a prime opportunity for entrepreneurs, Amazon sellers, everyone in between. Definitely shoot your shot, girl. You know what I mean? Don't just, don't be intimidated. Don't say, oh, next time, because now or never, that's what I think. It's like, you're delaying the inevitable, and there's so many connections that I could have been making earlier on that we didn't even get to do until probably 6 months down the line. I think you and I started really connecting and talking. So definitely, if I had the opportunity to talk with all these people sooner rather than later, I would have taken it. So I recommend the same to everyone else.
Yeah, I love that. So definitely come up and talk to people. And just because you see people all the time on podcasts or on different conferences doesn't make them any different than you. And I say this all the time. Go up and talk to people. And one tip that I do, because I my memory is not like the best. This is one tip that I do all the time. So if I meet somebody new, once you get their number or email or whatever, take a picture with that person.
Love that.
Take a picture with that person, text them right away. Hey, I'm Isabella. I met you at the Helium 10 party. Boom,
Yep.
both of us together. And then they remember. And not only that, and if you're able to, because I'm telling you, you are going to meet like at least 100 people each.
Oh,
Everybody's going to meet so many people. There's no way you are going to remember every single one of them. So if you have, this is a full-time job, okay, guys? So if you have time, a little bit in between people, go to your phone notes. I'm sure everybody has an iPhone. Unless you're European, then you have a Samsung. But I'm sure even on that, there is a note somewhere. So I would just go and say, Cassandra Craven, Helium 10, is that awesome girl with the most beautiful hair and smile, with the energy, and she does this, and you write a little thing, and you can even do it by days. And I'm only saying this because I know how I am with my memory and trying to like meet everybody, and then you don't remember people's names or faces, and you're like, what did I just talk about? And because it's going to be madness, pure madness. So if you can create some sort of organization around the madness, you will come out perfectly. Maybe add their email again, phone number, email, whatever you have, a little bit of whatever about that person. And the most important part, try to connect after. Try to connect after the event, because a lot of people, they do the small talk and they really want to connect with somebody, and then they never follow up. Either they forget or just maybe like you said, they feel too shy to approach them. But you know what? Worse that can happen is people to say no and not to respond to you. But at least you did your obligation of reaching out and trying to create that connection. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I'm gonna do the same. So if you see me taking notes on my phone, I am not trying to be ignorant or anything. It's just, it helps me. It really does. Especially like for me, I do so many events. Like I just finished Geek Out. That was like a 4-day thing. And you just happen to talk to so many people that it's hard to remember. It's really hard, because now I'm like, okay, so I just went to Geek Out. I'm taking 1-day break when I'm packing, and I'm having this amazing podcast. But then I know once I get to Prosper, it's going to be 10 times more the amount of people that I will meet. So that's one tip from me. And again, just like socialize and don't be afraid to talk to people. We're all there for you. We're all there to support sellers, right? This is what we do.
That's what we do, exactly. And I mean, Isabella, I think you hit the nail on the head, because I was thinking back, even as you were saying most of those things, I was like, there are still people that I made connections with in Miami when we did our women's conference that I was like, oh gosh, I'm thinking, yes, I have to follow up this person. And like you said, don't hesitate. Of course there's a way to be respectful, proper etiquette, things like that. But we're running a mile a minute around here, and we go from one event to the next. And, Isabella, I think you and I are somewhat fortunate. We're pretty local to Las Vegas and things like that. But there are so many sellers that are flying in 15, 18, 20 hours to get here. I'm sure it's all a blur. So definitely, I love the photo idea. I love hit them up on Instagram. Take those notes, because definitely there's so much going on, and multiple parties, multiple networking events, plus the convention. Yeah, it's going to be a lot, but that doesn't mean, anyone is more or less important. It's just about, being smart about how you communicate and network with people.
I love that. Yeah, because we all get very excited. We want to be here. We want to be there. We want to talk to every single human. And then, you come back after that week, you're like, wait, who did I talk to?
What happened?
What happened? What happened? That's amazing. Paulina, Cassandra killing it, girl. That's right. That's right. That's right. Um, Mr. John Smith, if Helium 10 goes well, will you get any shares? I don't
I
know.
think it's a question to share if you come to our event. I think that that's something to ask. I that is not, the social media manager is not privy to that knowledge.
Right, but if you do talk to whoever's in the charge of this, please make sure that Cassandra does get some shares, and
I'd like to know too.
exactly. Mrs. Cindy Norton, as a seller, being a little bit more shy. A word of encouragement to other sellers. These ladies mean what they say. They're very approachable and knowledgeable. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. We cannot wait to see you and everyone there. I'd love our Amazon family. Like I swear, like I was even having conversations like this past few days, how it's like we're a little, like we're a weird bunch, but like we love each other. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's not like you go to like a college and you see like they're all engineers and you can just tell they're all like engineers or this, but Amazon is so perfect because we're all like from different backgrounds, from different countries, with different hair colors, and yet we all have this thing in common and we can connect because we are all part of this Amazon community. So when I say like Amazon family, I actually mean it. Like I have my family and then I have my Amazon family who are very, very fun. And what other career could you have chosen where you're just like having so much fun? You meet your friends and
it doesn't feel like work. Isn't that crazy? Like that's what I think, for me, that's what the dream has always been. Is, I mean, don't tell Helium 10 this, but yeah, sometimes I forget to get paid because I'm having so much fun,
Right.
I'm like,
I
this
agree.
is great. This is a nice little bonus.
Right.
Because each day, like, especially Isabella, like having you in my life, like you said, our Helium 10 family, our Amazon family, there's so many people that have really contributed to me leveling up myself personally and professionally, that I don't know what I would do if I wasn't part of this community, and I think it sounds cheesy, or you think,
No,
people but it's real. It's so real. And especially for new people that are coming and, meeting people for the first time or going to events for the first time or Prosper, you'll feel that. I really believe you'll get that feeling when you walk in, when you start talking with people. It's instant, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's becoming it became part of our identity.
Yes.
Let's put it this way. It's who we are now. It's we love it. We thrive in it. I mean, yeah, we get upset sometimes. I mean, there's things that happen all the time with Amazon, but at the same time, there's really nothing I would rather do. Like I get this question a lot. Like if you had all the money that you wanted, like what would you do? And I'm like, oh my God, like this is so hard because like I'm already doing what I love. You know what I mean? Like when I think like, oh, if you take that away, like what would I do? I don't know. Like read more books, go out more, have more parties, but it's like I'm already doing all of this.
Yep.
So I feel like, and if some of you are not feeling the same with Amazon, let me know because I would like to hear other opinions. But every single Amazon seller that I talk to, and yeah, again, I know we all go through ups and downs with Amazon, but yet, is there anything else that you would rather do? Something that like excites you and brings us all together. And it's so important to have that community support. And Helium 10 it's literally known for that. And you were a big part of creating that, Cassandra. I mean, you're just the star. So
oh gosh, Isabella, I could stay on here all day. I agree. And when I was answering some questionnaires and stuff like that, I was thinking, gosh, I don't know. I love my life. I love what we do. And, like you said, there's ups and downs. So it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So there's always going to be, trials and tribulations. But I think that's where our community comes in more, more importance, is that there is that support system there for you, that you can go to people, you can message them. And, not to segue here, but Isabella, I think people who share their stories about how it all came to life is really what inspires people. And they know that it's, if you can do it, I can do it too. Or look what this person overcame, or what they had to do to get where they are now. And that's inspiring, and that's what they can do. And I know there'll be more conversations. do you have an idea of what I'm alluding to right now? What I'm talking
Wait, I know, but I don't know if everybody else knows. But
Okay.
please do share because you guys have I don't even know how to say this. Like you shocked me and you surprised me with an invitation that I will never forget. And that was to be part of Helium 10's documentary Elevate. And again, even talking about it, I'm like, how did I get here? How did this happen? And I know you were a very big part of that. And yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my gosh. So much. Isabella, this is a year in the making. We have our videographer, Dwight. It was kind of his baby, if you will, because he had seen, we did the influencer visits pre-COVID and people would come in and, we did some interviews and things like that. But he kind of thought, why not take it up a notch? What's their real life? What do they do in their day-to-day? How do they get to where they are? Kind of taking a more behind the scenes approach, a more in-depth look. And this, like I said, this has been a year in the making. We had some trials and tribulations with it as well. It's COVID, so a lot of people were in certain, couldn't leave, we couldn't go certain places. We could only have a certain amount of people work on the project at one time. And Isabella, you, Christina, Mina, and Vincent Mastrangelo are all an integral part of not only this community, but now that you're sharing your story, I think you're inspiring people who probably haven't even, they didn't even know that they could sell on Amazon, or they didn't even know about e-commerce and all the opportunities. And I think hearing these stories are going to make people realize I can do that too. They see themselves in you. And our first docuseries drops on Thursday, 10 a.m. on YouTube. But we're also going to be talking about it at our Prosper event. I know it's on the list. There's a lot of other announcements, but all of you will be there. So it's another great opportunity for you to mix and mingle and kind of learn more about your stories and your journeys. Because like you said, I know I see everyone living this fabulous life and doing these wonderful things. And, going from point A to point B can seem so overwhelming, but you guys break it down into how you have the strength to do what you do, the motivation, the drive. And I'm really excited for everyone. I've seen 2 episodes. I know that the other 2 are still like in post-production, but Isabella, I literally got chills watching them. Like I was so excited for you guys. I
love it.
Right now.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. I remember, when the 2 vans pulled up, so many people, but everybody was so careful as this.
Hello, I'm Cassandra Craven, and we'll be hosting an event at Prosper. Apparently I'm live. Okay, good.
I don't know what happened. You know what? Maybe it is the heat. So there's a huge heat wave in San Diego. So guys, pray for me because I am going to Vegas soon and I want to get there. But anyway, I was talking about, the production team coming into San Diego. Everybody was still very protective of themselves. We all did our test. Everybody was very careful, but I was just so impressed by how everything was handled because of the circumstances. Like it was an extra step that they wouldn't have to have done if COVID didn't happen. So, for like one thing, like we couldn't all have like the lunch together. So like everybody was split up and everybody was just so careful and so amazing. And then you have to do your hair and then you have to do your makeup and everything else. So just the whole experience was for me unbelievable. I did feel like a star. I mean, imagine you have all the team coming and somebody's doing your hair, somebody's doing your makeup, and then somebody's taking pictures and it's 5-star. I would recommend.
Good. I'm glad 5 stars would recommend. And I would definitely want people to know your stories, know your journeys, take away from this. I haven't seen anything like this in our industry. I know that people always talk about their journeys and stuff, but this is really an inside look. And even there was stuff, hearing Christina, hearing Mina and Vincent and the things they shared, I would have never known. That's not something that you can necessarily, kind of get so deep, as we talk about these networking events, things are so quick. It's like this is a really good chance to see in detail people's journey and how they made it. So hopefully we have many more stories to share in the future, but this is the OG season 1 cast. And again, that drops on Thursday. So the team will be there on Tuesday. We'll see the entire cast. It'll be epic is all I can say.
Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see all of us together again. I think we had a little bit of that in Miami where all the women met and it was fantastic. But now to take that at scale,
Yes.
it's going to be more exciting. Like just thinking about it gives me like this energy. So I'm super excited. Anything else that Helium 10 is doing that we should know about maybe this year?
Well,
any hints?
I can give some teasers. I will tell you we are going to be announcing some exclusive announcements at our event on Tuesday. So you do not want to miss that. And that's coming from Boyan and Ryan. Those are some of our top executives in the C-suite, and they've got some pretty big stuff. So I can't reveal the details, but trust me, you're going to want to know. I also like that you said, when we're doing on the record, how everything's very intentional with Helium 10,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's kind of a hint. But definitely there's some tie-ins. There's some exciting stuff to come. Let me put it this way. Helium 10 has no intention of slowing down. We are leveling up left and right. So definitely you want to be there. You want to know what we're going to talk about. Talk with us, connect with us, network. Everyone will be there. Anyone who's anyone will be there.
Absolutely. I love that. Yeah, Helium 10 always comes through. Hello from Brazil from Daniel, and he said he would love to be here, but the borders are closed. Maybe next year. We hope that you can make it next year. I know we ourselves have a lot of friends that couldn't make it from other countries, and we will be posting pictures and videos. Everybody's going to be sharing, so hopefully that gives people at least a little bit of warm feeling like they're here with us in spirit. So with that being said, Cassandra, you are so amazing. I know you have a long day ahead of yourself in preparation to Helium 10 event, but I look forward to see you in a few hours. I love you. Thank you for being on Seller Sessions again, and we will speak soon, my love. Mwah.
Wonderful. See you soon, Isabella. Mwah.